Okay, and we are in this. Sup? Celetra here, and welcome to, I guess, my second part of Maya Notes. Please forgive any barking you hear in the background. That's my landlady's dog, Arlo. He's a sweetheart. He's just really freaking loud. Today, what we'll be doing is we will be adding another slider here for, well, in this case, you can see I have her blend shape set up on sliders that you cannot select other than the actual vowel, consonant, brow up, brow down, moving her eyes around, stuff like that. I'm going to basically set one of these up right in front of you guys to just show you how it's done. So I've done a little bit of preemptive work for this, and this is actually my second time recording this because I screwed up really bad last time. So for starters, what you're going to need is a model with some blend shapes. In this case, we are trying to do the brow up, which looks like this. Whoop, whoop. I also have a brow down. I didn't really use these ones because I had the individual sides, and I ended up doing the individual sides instead. So if you want to brow up or down, you just grab both of these and it does the exact same thing and honestly looks a little nicer. But for the sake of this tutorial, we're just going to go with this. So I'm going to pop open my outliner, go to my curves, and as you can see, I have created a little group called Brow Up. I have set up the Brow Up control and the Brow Up box. I'm going to go to my channel box, and as you can see, there's some gobbledygook in there, translation data, so we're just going to clear that all out. We're going to center some pivots. No, we're not going to center the pivot. What am I doing? Delete by history, freeze transformations. The pivot is fine, and we're going to get started with this. So, first things first, you'll notice that I don't have any writing in this box. For the sake of the tutorial, I will make the writing. Apparently, there is actually a method to just, write in Maya. I personally don't know where that is. So we're going to grab the EP curve tool. We're going to turn on snap to grid, and I'm just going to write brow up right here. So, boop, 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 boop. You should probably not do what I'm doing. It's rather unprofessional. Because what I end up doing is I literally just keep doing this kind of stuff in the sense of I don't have a tutorial, so I just do what I can, and what I can is usually highly scuffed. I've also made this way bigger than I should have, which will make it harder for me to edit later, unfortunately. I don't claim to be intelligent, I just claim to be me. And back down. I will be fixing these positions, please do not worry. In all honesty, though, please do not do what I'm doing right now. It doesn't look good. It really doesn't. But it's the best that I've got. So, unfortunately, this is what I end up doing. If somebody wants to freaking show me how to do this semi-properly so that I'm not constantly writing out every single letter, I would appreciate that. And if not, well, that's okay too. You do you, man. Not up to me to tell you how to do your job or anything like that. I'm surprised you guys are even listening to me do this. I know I certainly wouldn't listen to me doing that. Oh, what I just did was right-click and drag to Control Vertex so that I can edit the vertices here just directly, make it look a little bit better. This is just something that I do because I like it to look good. Oops. Once you've gotten this set up and you're doing your edits, turn off snap to grids because that will screw you up otherwise. There we go. Almost there. It's still going to be kind of scuffed, but I frankly don't care right now. I just need it to get the point across. Just a little bit, please. Brow. And deselect that one. Up. There we go. Pretty scuffed, but this is fine. So let's get this scaled and into the right spot, shall we? Perspective mode. My light got vanished on me. Oops. There we go. Surfaces. There we go. Center, erase, erase. Scale you down so you fit in the box. That looks much better. Do the whole thing again. Okay, that's pretty lined up in your box. More or less. I can probably adjust that just a little bit more. It's not rotated right. That's why. Obviously, when you're making your UIs like this, try and put a little more care than what I'm doing right now, because I'm just doing this for tutorial purposes. So, first things first, I'm going to show you how to make your boxes and your text completely unselectable. I did this through reference mode and template mode. So, for template mode, we're going to click Les Box. Oh, I better label this actually. Brow up text. And just for good measure, I'll throw it into the correct spot. All of my systems have kind of the same setup. So if I open up vowels and A, you'll see there's A text, and A box. Just to let you know how it's set up, this is how I do it. So we have brow up text, brow up box. Let's get started, shall we? So for starters, we'll start with the box. I will go to Attribute Editor, which I just have on the side here. And under Object Display, I'm going to just turn on Template Mode. This will make it gray and unselectable. But of course, the text is still selectable, so let's fix that. Under Drawing Overrides, which is underneath Object Display, which is where we found Template in the first place, we're going to want to click that, enable the override, and then under Display Type, currently it's on Normal, you're going to want to change that to Reference Mode. Boom! Now it's black, and you can't select it. If you need to select it for any reason, you have to go through the outliner, because there will be no way of selecting it otherwise. So brow up text, that's your only way to be able to select it. You click away, you can't select it. So you got to go through the outliner if you do this. Now let's get the slider working correctly. First thing we're going to do is stop it from doing all that, because we want it to only slide to the right and then back again. So we're going to click this little doodad. We're going to close these extra tabs because we don't need them open. And we're going to leave brow up shape to go straight over to brow up. Boop. There we go. Now, right underneath pivots is limit information. This is going to be your friend. So we're going to open that up. Currently, the rotate tab opens for some reason. That's fine. We're going to open up the scale tab as well. You'll see that it's set to 1 for everything. We don't want these things to be scalable, so we're just going to send all of these values over to their respective boxes on the side with these handy-dandy little arrows, and then click all of the boxes. This will actually lock the scale ability on all of these, so it cannot move. So if the minimum is 1 and the maximum is 1, it's not moving. It's not scalable. We're going to do the exact same thing for the rotate. No minimum rotations, no maximum rotations. In translations, we're going to kind of do the same thing, but with a tweak. So we're going to do it to, we're going to zero out everything. We're going to translate all of these correctly so that they're not doing anything. And we're also going to freeze the translation for the minimum. because we took the time to make sure that this is already at 0 when selected. It means that when we move it along to where we think it'll be pretty good, I'm liking 105. That looks pretty good to me as a maximum. We're going to click that arrow here to send that as the maximum value. So now that's the maximum. And because of that, oh look, it can only go within the confines of its box. It cannot move anywhere else. You cannot rotate it. There's no rotation values. And there's no scalar values. Just movement. 1, 2, 3, 4. And that is the first part of it. Oh, if you're also wondering why this is colored and this is not, that is again attribute editor under... You could do this under brow up shape as well as brow up. I'm going to do it in the up shape, so we're going to go back to object display. We're going to go drawing overrides, enable the override, and right now it's set to this ugly gray thing. So we're going to change that. It just has a pop full of colors. I think for this example, we're going to use... this blue will work nice. Oh no, that hardly shows up against the gray. Let's give you something a little brighter. Yellow. There we go. Now we can see it. Nice. That'll make a good example thing. I'm not keeping the slider on here anyway. I've got the other ones, but this is just for tutorial sake. So, the next part is the part that screwed up my previous video, as it took me way too long to figure out how the hell to get this working properly. But what we're going to want to do is use something called a set-driven key in order to grab the blend shape and attach it to the controller. And you can't see Sil right now, so I guess I'd better bring back her little light dome. Yeah, that looks better. So now she's pretty again. So, in order to find set-driven keys, normally you click the object, you go to edit, and you choose set-driven key. However, unless you have things set up really nicely for set-driven keys, this is going to be grayed out, which does not help right now. If you go over to the sidebar and you scroll down, there is actually a tiny search button. That's what you're going to want to click. Type in set-driven, and you'll find set opens the set-driven key window. That's what the one you're going to want. I'm going to click it. Oh, look, there's your set-driven key window, aka the thing you freaking need to do this. A little heated. It took me over half an hour to figure it out for this little tutorial before. So we're going to click on our little guy up here. He is going to drive the animation. So we're going to load the driver, and we're going to choose Translate X. Now we're going to want to load in the blend shape. Now, unfortunately, you cannot just go to here, click here, and then load What? Okay, this didn't work before, okay? This didn't work before, and if this just works, I'm going to be mad. I'll show you the alternative way that I ended up having to do this before, but damn it, that shouldn't have worked as well as it did. Anyway, click on the body, go over to your blend shapes. In this case, Sil Faces is what I called it. Scroll down, select your thing here, then press Load Driven. So you have Sil Faces, and in this case, it is the brow up. If I can find it. Brow up, there we go. So Sil Brow Up is keyed to Translate X. So we're going to key it at the 0 position. So this is at 0, this is at 0, we're going to key it. Next, we're going to grab our slider, we're going to move it up. We're going to click on our body again, Sil Faces, scroll down until we find Brow Up, and we're going to set that to 1. And we're going to key it again. So it's keyed at the beginning, and it's keyed at the end. So now, oh look, it's working. That's the whole thing. That is exactly how my slider system is set up. And you can key multiple things in here. You just have to remember you key at the beginning and you key at the end. Set-driven keys are powerful and also a complete nuisance sometimes. So for example, this is actually driving several different things. I also have translate X and Y as the only ones available because it has to go side to side and also up and down. One last thing I will show is how to only have these two things here. So translate X and visibility are the only ones we care about, so we're just going to scrub these down, right click, and then hide selected. We can also lock and hide selected, which I find nice. Boop, there we go, all gone. No more nonsense, just boop, 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 boop. Perfect. Love it. So just to show off a wee bit, we can turn off key now. Should not be keying. Whatever, I'm going to ignore it. So as you can see, I have up, down, left, and right. I also have blend shapes on the actual eyeballs herself for up, down, left, and right. I also have expand, contract, and small, which I do need to make sliders for now, like proper ones. Shoot. I could probably squeeze these in underneath. I kind of set these so you can't move them around, but I can move around their main group, so I might have to do that. Either way, you can see here from the sliders, the values do shift. Did I not set up the eye down? Oh my god, did I not set that up? Well, that's embarrassing. Did I... Yeah, eye down should be working. I didn't set up the eye down? Well, Pete. Okay, we're just gonna add another attribute to this, I guess. Dear Lord. That's pretty embarrassing. So, Crystarian eye down is at 0. Alright, wow, I can't believe that just happened. Down. 1. Yep, that's matched up. Let's go to search, grab our set driven key window, sill faces, sill eye down as the driven, click U, load the driver, translate Y, and then that's the driver on translate Y. And then we want sill eye down. There we go. That's correct. And key. And if I'm right, I hope I'm right. I think it's trying to stay down the entire time. Yep, it's staying down the entire time. So we're going to zero that out. And now we're going to slide this little slider down to 0. Key it again. And this should work now. There we go. Haha! That's something I'm actually going to have to fix on my own time now because I screwed up. That sucks, but whatever. We have solved some problems, we have fixed things, and we have made a brow up controller just for the sake of this tutorial. Woohoo! Anyway, thank you so much for watching. I say that rhetorically because I really don't expect anybody to see this. If there's anything else you want me to record and post up, just let me know. I'm more than happy to help out when I can. Have a good one, thank you for watching, and have a great day. Toodles!